Hey, welcome to the Keystone Experience. Rob Warwick,
And Matt Pitzer.
brought to you by Creek Archery. Find your passion and hunt it down.
And Hillview Motors, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. Remember, Hillview has it in Greensburg, Pennsylvania.
What's going on, everybody? We got Outdoors Dan with us today. We're going to talk what's going on this fall with him. He's got a pretty exciting hunt he's going to be going on, but we'll let him explain all that stuff to you. How's it going, buddy?
Are we live yet?
We're live.
Are we?
Yep.
Hey, what's up?
Look, see, you got to put up with that stuff on Saturday. I got to put up with it now. He got all these sound buttons over here he plays with.
I'm just hurt that he didn't know my email by heart.
I know.
I'm crushed.
I'm lucky I know my phone number.
Yeah. You know, the Hank Hill of Pennsylvania is supposed to know these things. My Mr. Propane.
My sincerest apologies, sir.
Oh, that's all right.
I will go over this weekend and get it tattooed on my forearm so that it's always there.
No, if you're gonna get any ink, I got other things you could put on there, but no. You could always put on there the Outdoor Call Radio app. You could ink that up. That's fine.
Yeah, put that scan thing on there so that people got to walk up and
put
scan.
a little QR code. Yeah. Yeah.
So what's new, buddy?
Nothing. Just working on the network and fletching arrows, getting ready for the fall. It's 100 degrees here. It's hot down there too, isn't it?
It's supposed to start tomorrow. It's supposed to start getting up there.
Yeah,
not nearly that hot. We're only hitting like 90.
That's not too bad. It was 102 today here in Iowa, so it's just miserable. I'm glad I went out and got my trail cameras out last week because definitely don't want to be out there getting all swampy in the timber right now.
Is that normal weather for you guys, or is exceptionally hot?
It's hot. I mean, it's usually in the 90s. I think we get like 20 days a year, 25 days where we're 90 above, and we're already at 20, going on 24 or 23 right now. So it's just been warm. So, but what are you gonna do? I'm sitting there just cranking out the days, waiting to get to October. So get back to getting a tree.
Well, what exciting hunt are you going on this year? What exciting hunts are you doing this year?
First time I want to go to is Alberta. I'll be moose hunting up in Alberta with, I don't know who's going with me yet. I got a couple guys. I got Matt Stewie coming from Iowa, and then I got two guys from Wisconsin, Kent and Adam. So we're going to go up there and try to get a moose with a bow. And so I got my Envision all dialed in. I just ordered a Truck Pro. I'm running that Engage site we had out in Montana last year.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I thought if I went to a 3-pin movable, if I 20, 30, 40, that would give me a little more sight window. And then see how bright those pins are?
Yeah.
See that? Isn't that awesome? So I thought I'd go with that movable pin option just in case that moose is out there 50, 55 yards. So, but we'll see how it goes. But I'll get that thrown on my bow here in the next couple of days. But that's the first one. Then I'm gonna hunt Kansas and hunt Iowa, and that's it. I think unless something else comes up with the price of fuel and the hotel. And I mean, I spent so much money filming turkey hunts this year, and I feel bad for anybody that's traveling right now. Matt, I know you do a lot of driving, but I mean, this inflation and everything is just. It's put a damper. I actually canceled my walleye trip. That's the first time I haven't went to Minnesota walleye fishing in probably 10 years.
Man, I was going to call you and ask you for some fillets too. No, I can't get none.
I would have gladly shared them with you. You know.
That's all right. I'll have to send you a nice jar of turtle soup when I get done with him here.
I think Andrew's all excited. I've had turtle soup actually.
Have you?
I've had snapping turtle and turtle soup. Andrew's the one that hasn't had that.
Yeah, we'll send Andrew a jar.
Yeah.
He'll be happy. Andrew? Yeah.
Yeah, I had to buy him a hot dog at the baseball game the other day. He's all happy.
Did he get to shoot the
He
gun?
got to shoot the hot dog gun. Yeah,
Did he?
He was super stoked about that. Yeah, yeah, that was all right. So no, that's about it. Larry and I went to Ohio a couple weeks ago. We went to that Pure Whitetail Bash, and that's actually the first time I've done anything in Ohio. We drove through it to see you guys, when we went to the Chico Outdoor Show. But man, what a pretty part of the state. Super nice people, and but gosh, it's hard to drive anywhere right now and be happy about it with everything costing as much as it does. So
Yeah.
sorry, folks. Don't mean to be a downer. It just wears on you.
Oh, no, trust me, I know. I mean, I just filled the motorcycle up today on the way home, and it was almost $35 to fill my Harley up. That's ridiculous.
That is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Now, other than the sight picture, is that new sight you got lighter than the Engage? Is that another reason you maybe switched it up this year? Because I know you don't have a problem shooting out to 50-some yards. I've seen it in person.
Well, it's just I usually shoot a 5-pin. I've been shooting. That's what I've always shot a 5-pin for the last 30 years. But it's just sometimes it's nice to have. This is nice because you got your 20, 30, 40 already set, and then you can use that floater to go down, and it you get that last pin 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 yards, and then like that mule deer we got last year. It was last year, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
It seems like forever ago. When you're sitting there and you're aiming and you're looking at that last pin in your sight picture, I don't like that really a lot. I'd rather have a little bit more side picture just to shoulder up that pin. But I don't know. Honestly, this is the first time I've ever done a movable or a hybrid sight. Usually it's a 5-pin set, So.
Well, see, I used the Engage hybrid with the 5 pins.
Yeah. Now, see, this has got 2 contact points. I don't know if that other one has that, Rob, but this is actually going to show you, say, like if you're at 45 yards, it's going to show you where your 20-yard marker is on the tape once I get this. It's still got the regular sighting in tape because I haven't done it. But this thing's pretty cool, this Trek Pro. But what I really like about it is they got this hood. They've got this hood thing. See how bright that is right there?
Yeah.
Can you see that?
Yep.
Look, did you see the difference?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you can see that.
That's just by closing that hood. So, like, if you're in the stand and you got a lot of glare, I can take that little hood and cover that over. Now, see, my Engage did not have that.
Right.
So I like that a lot. And there's just a lot of different adjustments. This has got a second and third axis on it, and Larry's more proficient on it than I am. I just got it, so I got the box. I just took it out of the box a little while ago, just trying to study on how to do it. So, I mean, when I first started, back in the Flintstone days, we had steel pins that we dipped in fluorescent. So I mean, it's come night and day difference. Shut up, Matt. It's come night and day difference since I started shooting a bow. So.
I didn't even say a word.
You're laughing,
Well,
Mister. I can't, Mister.
I was trying to think of what the first sight I had was, but it was.
Yeah, them old steel pins, man. Those, you'd be out there hunting and you look down, your paint fall off, and it's like can't see nothing.
Either that or you break the end of the pin off.
Yeah, those were the days. I'm telling you.
Yep.
Did it ever amaze you how far technology has come with the bows?
I mean, everything. Everything's so much different now. The cameras. The first trail cameras used to be 35 millimeter film. We were talking about that a couple. I don't know if we were in Pennsylvania talking about it or what, but the little trail timers were the first patterning device. And you were so excited because the little clock would flash when something would pull the string. Now we can get everything.
Mm-hmm.
I just got a little ding on my phone just as we're speaking that you're getting everything sent directly to your phone. And looks like I got a raccoon walking right by my stand, little turkey eating varmint. So it's crazy what's out there in technology now. So all the bows are made so much better now. And it's a great time to be getting on into the outdoors, whether what type of weapon you like. Everything's so much advanced now. It's great.
What trail cameras you using this year?
I'm still using the Tacticam Reveals. I'm using the Gen X2s, and I've got my SKs, which are the solar. I don't know if I got. don't think I got any out. I think I've got them all out. But I flipped over to the solar stuff and using the solar panels last year, and I love them. I put those lithium battery, or the NI or what NH or whatever those little rechargeable batteries are.
Mm-hmm.
And I've had a camera out since March. Larry and I went shed hunting out at the farm in Des Moines in Iowa, and I still got 90% battery with that solar panel on there. It's crazy.
Wow.
We're gonna have to look into those.
Yeah, solar panels.
Well, and I don't know why I'm such an idiot. I was kind of not for the cellular technology when it first came out several years ago. I was sitting there going, I don't know if I like that or not. People are going to be using that for nefarious stuff, and I don't know why I thought about that. But then the more I thought about it, the more I started seeing, our expenses go up and everything else. I'm going, I better walk that back a little bit and kind of rethink that, because you're doing a whole bunch of things. You're saving a lot of fuel, having to go back every 7-10 days to buy, pull your camera cards. You're not going in there educating the deer that you're in there or not. So your scent presence, or you're not leaving a scent trail every time you go in there and educating the deer that you're in there. Your time, the money and the fuel, and I mean, it's nice to be able to see what's going on instantaneously, when you're out there, just, watching your property and taking an inventory. So I told everybody on the radio show a couple months or a couple years ago, rather, I said, you know what, folks, I was wrong about this. I admit it. And I think this is actually a good thing for the industry. So
I would agree. And I think I had the similar thought, that people are going to use this, in a negative way, but I looked at it this way. They're going to do that regardless somehow.
Oh, yeah.
If they didn't use a cell cam to help them do something illegal, there would be another thing. If you're going to do something wrong, you're going to find a way to do it.
Yeah. Well, I don't have a problem when I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and that's, it just didn't excite me when it first came out. And then after, like I said, after a year or so, I said, you know what, I need to walk that back. I wasn't looking at that right.
I like it because it lets me know when there's a trespasser on my property as soon like that,
Well, I told you to keep that Deperna out of there. He has no business being out there.
Well, he's kind of hard to miss now with that golf suit on, since he's playing golf.
Yeah, I kind of started teasing him about that the other day. I said, what's this I hear you're golfing? Oh, I'll do it on Saturday.
I wish I would have thought about it when I was down the shop on Saturday. I should have took a picture of the clothes he was in, because he just came back from golfing. So he had this weird shirt on and these weird pants. I should have took a picture of him and put it on Facebook. But I'm
shocked he doesn't have Creek Archery all the back of it and a golf bag and everything else.
Yeah.
That's good.
That's Mr. Sitka.
Yeah, Sitka
Mr.
gear.
Mr. Sitka?
Yeah.
Is that what you call him? Mr. Sitka?
Yep.
Yeah.
So what else is new out there, buddy?
Just working, bud. Just the Outdoor Call Radio Network, got that going. We're 6 months in, and that's still growing pretty good. We're always inviting new people, but I'm starting to get a lot more shows across the country that are wanting to be on the platform. That's the nice thing about it. There's a steady stream of content there for folks that are watching this and don't know what we're talking about. Been doing a radio program in St. Louis and Des Moines, Iowa for 25 years on regular radio, and the technology and everything it's just everything. Everybody's going to on streaming demand. They want to be able to listen to a podcast or a show when they want. And I said, that's really, I think, the direction of things are going, because I'd like to do radio another 10, 15 years. And I started looking around, and I finally found a way to actually develop an app and do an online 24/7 radio station that's all outdoors. So I reached out to a bunch of my friends, like you guys are on every Wednesday. We got Fred Eichler, I got Scotty Lacey from Dead Meat, the Sportsman Chef. We just got Sam Thrash on from Fall Obsession. We got the Bearded Wonder, Trevor from the Outdoor Drive. We got a whole list of folks of mine that are pretty well known in the industry, and it's nice to have Fred Eichler's on Fridays. There's something on there for everybody. From if you like to fish, Tuesdays is all fishing content with Bass Edge and Jason Mitchell Outdoors, and then we got a new show called The River Certified that just started a few weeks ago, and Thursdays is all outdoor cooking, and everything else is whitetails, waterfowl, turkeys, talk. I mean, you name it, it's being talked about. So if someone likes to hunt or fish, there's always good content there for them. It's free to listen, and they can listen to it 24/7. It just loops. There's 5 or 6 shows, and it loops, and then when it's done with its cycle, it'll start over until the next day, and then the new shows start. And then that actually gave me a way to start doing more live shows without costing me a fortune at radio stations for airtime. It costs me a ton of money every year to air my radio program. So now I can go on Wednesdays at 5 o'clock Central Time, and we do a show now called the Wednesday Drive, and it doesn't cost me any more than I'm already paying for the platform, and we can do a whole brand new show and keep people engaged. And then eventually on Saturdays, once I get the numbers where I'd like them to be, I'm going to pull off ESPN, and then we'll do the Outdoor Call radio show on Saturday mornings that we do on ESPN. We'll do it on the app. So there'll be 2 live radio shows there a week for people to listen to. But what's really nice is I'm starting to get some more folks that kind of want to start doing a live show on the network. So that's going to be coming next year. We're going to have maybe 1 or 2 more shows live during the week. So this thing hopefully is going to keep growing.
I know we appreciate you having us on there. It's helped us out a lot too. So
well, I get a tax credit for having you on there, Rob. It's
well, I should get a tax credit for having to work with him.
Oh, propane?
I am a joy to work with. I don't know what you're talking about.
Loses all our shows. Dan calls me. You can't find nothing because you forgot to give it to him.
I didn't lose them. He just didn't put them in. Season 2 was never in there.
That's what I'm talking about. He lost it.
I go, hey, you guys are out of content. I need to for your show Wednesday. What are you talking about? And it's like, yeah, it's just like it'd be nice if you uploaded them so I can put them on the network.
We're gonna have to see if Andrew wants to take over for this show too.
Yeah. So anyway, folks, if you want to take advantage of that, it's free, totally free. Just go on your device's app store and look up the Outdoor Call Radio. Like I got my phone right here, and I've got the app. See the app right there? And I'll press that app, and it pops right up, and there's a fishing show. And then you just hit that little play button, and it's just like listening to a radio station in your truck. And that's the nice thing about this is you can plug it into your truck and listen through your truck speakers, so you're not missing anything.
Yep. See, it's right there.
There you go. Yeah, there's 2 listens.
I listen to it at work every day.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Thursdays are my day.
Thursdays?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I got to try to wean myself off of cooking with a microwave, so I like listening to the cooking.
Yeah, we're going to start doing. I just gave away a shotgun Saturday. That was awesome. We had a lot of folks trying to win that shotgun. And so starting next week, we're going to give away a $50 gift card to Game Hide Clothing, and someone's going to win this 5.0 Tacticam camera. So that'll be the new contest we start next week. So
now, how do people go about entering contests?
Just listen to the app, and there'll be a promo on there, and just listen for the phrase that pays or whatever we call the contest for that month. And then all they got to do is just email me. I don't know what to do on this one. I don't know. We've been doing a phrase that pays, like I see a tail fan or I like TSS shot. And I think maybe this next week I might just have them send me a screenshot of them listening to the app, and then put them in the drawing then, and make it easy. I'm trying to make it as easy as I can for folks to win. So, but I've already had 30 winners since January on the app. I mean, we do contests quite a bit. So.
Yeah. It's a good app. Like I said, I like listening to it.
Well, I really, like I said, eventually that's all I'm going to be doing is just doing we basically have our own radio station is what we got. So that's the nice thing about it. So I actually put a new liner on the other day. I got a loon call liner. It's got a loon going off, and then it's, hey, you're listening to the Outdoor Call Radio Network. Okay. So I like doing that. So I'm trying to find a Bigfoot screen. I'm going to do a Bigfoot screen for a liner here in the next couple of days. I'm trying to just put something different on there.
That's cool.
Yeah, hopefully we're going to have a $3,500 whitetail hunt to Ohio to give away. Larry's working on that for me. So that we got a couple big prizes we're going to do here in the next month or two. So
You ought to get a liner with old P. Viddy on there.
No, he's banned. I banned.
He's banned.
He's banned. No more biscuits on the gravy for that network. But Trevor got us a sea duck hunt in Maryland to give away for next year. How about that?
Oh, well, I'm going to have to enter into that one.
Do you want to get out there and get an idler duck?
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to enter.
I'll just call Trevor and tell him I want to go duck hunting.
Yeah. You're ineligible, Rob. I'm sorry.
I'll just call Trevor and tell him I want to go duck hunting.
Yeah. I tell you what, that boy's got it going on, man. He's either catching tuna or shooting ducks.
Yeah, I've talked to him a couple times.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and him message each other back and forth, so I know what's going on up there.
I want to know, Matthew, you don't call, you don't write, you go home and see Haley or the dog. What's up with you, man?
I'm staying busy trying to deal with all of him.
With who?
With Mountain Man here.
Oh, all he does is work. How hard is that?
Yeah, but he keeps me busy with all the podcast stuff.
Well, you got to do something.
I know.
All the podcasts, and then I drag him out catching turtles and give him all kinds of fishing content that he's got to take care of. Because I can't edit all that crap. I don't know how to do that.
So what do you guys do? Are you just hunting Pennsylvania this year, or what are you doing?
Yeah, I don't see us going anywhere this year, with the price of gas and stuff like that. We took our trip back in May. We went down to Tennessee and rode the tail of the dragon and did some fishing down there.
I told Rocco I'm going to talk to Larry. I might come out there and film a Respect the Game segment with you guys. Steve, maybe we'll go out there and shoot a doe or something. I don't think we show enough deer management stuff on TV. I mean, some people think it's beneath them. There's a lot of folks that, they're out there doing everything they can to fill the freezer. And I just have nothing but respect and appreciation for folks that are out there taking as many does as you can. Yeah, Matthew?
That would be me.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I thought you had to go to the bathroom or something.
No.
I think more of us need to do that. And it's probably been a year or two since I shot a doe. I had such a cruddy season last year after we got that mule deer. I mean, it was nuts. Went to Kansas and then everything just fell apart weather-wise, and I was struggling. But I think I'm going to try and make a concerted effort myself to shoot one or two does on TV moving forward. I think it's important that we do that.
Yeah,
it's just good conservation.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the things on our lease property. Me and Alex tried to take at least 3 or 4 does off of that lease property.
Yeah.
Matt will tell you, he's been over there with us in the wintertime. It's not like we can't afford to get rid of another 10 or 15 of them because, we got a ton of deer over there.
Well, Matt, I took everything I had not to shoot a couple when we were in Montana because them things were kept sticking their head in the blind and they sitting there stomping, and it's like I'm gonna have to start shooting some does here pretty quick, otherwise we're never gonna see a buck in here. Yeah. Them mule deer does they're a pain.
That's what I do want to talk to Mike.
Oh, Mike and Esther? Yeah.
Yeah, I want to talk to him about going out there. He told me they opened muzzleloader season up out there.
Yeah, Trophies Plus Outfitters, that's a great place to go. Esther and Mike are great people and plenty of game. Matt, what did we see? Over 100 deer? We shot the deer.
Second.
Really, the first full day we were done.
Yeah.
Right? We went out for half a day and then we came back the next morning and went out, and then we were done that afternoon. Was it the afternoon we went out?
Yeah, it was just afternoons because it was still pretty warm in the mornings. It was crazy out there at Trophies Plus Outfitters.
Yeah, we had antelope bedding down in front of us 10 yards. It was crazy. I wish I would have had an antelope tag. I love antelope, man. That's good eating. So, but that was a good hunt.
That was a great hunt, and that was cool. I was glad to be there, and even happier that the gas station across the street had allergy medicine.
Yeah, sneezy. Yeah. I was sitting there going, oh my gosh.
You were sitting there going, oh my God, how do you think I felt?
I know. I was just trying to make sure the mule deer didn't bugger off every time you sneeze or whatever. Yeah, that's all right. It all worked out.
It did, and you can. That episode's on Respect the Game's YouTube channel, correct?
I believe so. Yeah, it should be. Yeah. No, you did a good job filming. Especially we'd have to get creative there to get the shot at the end. So,
yeah, we got creative, and you more than me. That was by far, and I know they showed it in the episode, but the amount of movement you had to make to get down on the knees, and 50 some yard shot, you smoked it.
Yeah, well, that's because I don't wobble as much or weebles as much as I used to. I'm too fat. I tell you, that was not a lot of fun getting down on one knee or two knee and try to get in there, but we got it done. So
I don't even think you thought about it at the time.
Oh, I did. My knees were cracking.
So, are you filming the moose hunt?
I'm not going to film it. We're going to have it'll be on Respect the Game if we get a successful hunt and stuff. But yeah, that's honestly a hunt of a lifetime. I've never been able to go moose hunting before, so that was always one of my bucket lists. I've been blessed to take a couple elk with my bow over the years, and I love whitetail hunting just as much as the next person, but there's just something magical about those moose and those bells hanging down.
Mm-hmm.
And I told the guy, I said, don't sit there and be mad at me, because first one that comes in and gives me a good shot, I'm not waiting. I'm not going to trophy hunt. I'm going to be up there. If I get a good bull moose to come in, I don't care if it's 40 inches or 50 inches or what. If it's coming through and it gets me a good shoulder shot, I'm bringing moose back. Moose, it's what's for dinner. That's all I care about, is I'm bringing meat back.
So which species of moose is that? Is that a Cyrus or?
That would be an Alberta moose.
Alberta? I don't think that's a subspecies, Dan.
I don't know. I don't care what its subphylum name is. It's a cervid, it's a moose, and it's in Alberta. That's all I need to know.
Did it get as big as the ones up in the Yukon or no?
Oh, I don't know. I think the Yukons are the biggest.
Okay.
Is it a woodland moose?
That sounds right.
Yeah, I mean, don't quote me, folks. Don't quote me. All I know is Bullwinkle comes in, Bullwinkle's going home in a cooler.
Now, what broadhead are you using this year?
I am going to use, Matthew, my little sweetheart right here, this little Viper Trick, the 100 grain that I shot that my last elk in Colorado. I got that broadhead sitting right there. I just fletched up some arrows with it, and I got that bad boy ready to go. So that's going to be my rib splitting machine right there. That little Viper. Well, not this one. This is my practice head. But that's what I'm going to be using, a Slick Trick Viper Trick 100 grain. So aren't you impressed that I had that right there?
Yeah.
I'm not surprised that it was right there, but I am still impressed. You got that nice little indoor range there where you can practice, and
the old office.
Yep.
Yeah, it's my little hunting hole down here.
Now, what arrows you using this year? Switching them up?
I actually just got Josh and them guys from Pure Whitetail. They own Element Archery, arrows. They just sent me a dozen of the Quakes, so I just got those all fletched up. That's what I'm going to shoot with them. So, yeah, I was shooting the Typhoons, so I just wanted a little stiffer, little beefier arrow than those are a little bit bigger diameter, but I've been pretty impressed with those. I mean, I've been getting really good arrow flight with those Element arrows, so been happy with them.
And are you using one arrow for everything, or you flip back and forth depending on what you're hunting?
Well, I turkey hunted with the Typhoons. That's what I was using for the decaps, and then for I was using. I can't show you that yet. I can't never. Boy, I'm glad I caught myself there. I get in trouble. I can't show you what I was turkey. I don't have one of them with me, but I was using a Assailant. I was for just a regular mechanical, but then I was using the decaps, the solid decaps that shoot them in the head with. So those work pretty good.
I forget, how'd you do in turkey season?
One turkey. That's the first time in what, 10, 12 years that I haven't shot over 4 or 5 birds. I mean, it was a mess. I went to Kansas 3 times and I didn't shoot a bird.
It was a rough season last year.
Listen, Hungry TP, I don't want to hear any guff out of you. You know
that was the smallest violin playing sad song.
I know what it was. That's why I said I don't want to hear it, Hungry TP. You know, I lived the turkey hunt, and it's just I had Jakes in all day, but I just couldn't get the toms to come in. And the bird numbers are so down where we were. I mean, the toms, they did not have to really compete for the hens, and they were henned up so bad. I could, well, put it this way. Philip didn't even shoot a bird this year in Kansas that I know of. So, I mean, if Philip didn't get one, I don't feel bad because Philip's 5 times the turkey caller I'll ever be. So,
you guys have a fall turkey season out there?
But I'm not gonna. I'm not taking advantage of it. I'm gonna let them birds get through, and that's the one thing too. We've been talking. A lot of folks that I know that turkey hunt, they're wanting everybody to go to one bird a season until these numbers come back a little bit. But you can always self-regulate and just try to shoot one. I know for the next couple seasons in Kansas, instead of shooting 2 birds, I'm just going to shoot one. So, but it was definitely a different season than I've experienced in a long time. So,
unfortunately, I don't think everybody has that self-control. Sometimes they take if I don't shoot it, somebody else is going to, and it won't be there anyways.
Well, that's everybody's hunt it's their tag, it's their hunt. And I would never tell anybody else how to do that. As long as you're hunting ethically and you're doing it the right, everything right. I don't care what you shoot, when you shoot it, as long as you're doing it within the scope of the tag. I would never criticize anybody for, how they're hunting. I that's the thing that chaps me more than anything in our industry with the social media stuff is I see so many people just getting, they'll put something on there that they're so excited that they got, they're so proud of it. And then you got some idiot that gets on there. What'd you shoot that for? I wouldn't have shot that deer. You know what? If that's something that you don't want to shoot or you wouldn't have shot, that's fine. But you don't have to say anything. Just keep moving on.
Yep.
Don't say, be happy. It's, if they got their chest pounding and their knees knocking and that, and they were excited, that's all that matters. The only competition that I've ever been concerned about is between me and the animal that I'm hunting. If someone shoots something bigger than me, I'm 100% happy for them. Yep. This ego stuff it should have been gone a long time ago.
Yep.
So.
Yep. And that goes with what you decide to use. Because we all hear the arguments of compounds versus crossbows versus rifles and.
Boy, you're just a wealth of negativity tonight, aren't you? Yeah. I don't, honestly, I don't see that as much as I used to. I don't see the animosity that I used to see with crossbow hunters and traditional and compound. I think, I'm 58 now, so my generations were getting older, and it's just I think people want to keep hunting, so they lose some of that bias, because they understand. I just can't pull my bow back, but I don't want to quit hunting, so I'm going to have to use a crossbow. And it's like, oh, I used to rip on people for that, and I think they're starting to get it. I want everybody out there to go hunting and fishing, and if you have to use a crossbow, if you have to use a rifle, a muzzleloader, a handgun, whatever, as long as it's legal, I want you to keep hunting.
Yep.
And that's the way it should be. We should be lifting each other up, not trying to tear everybody down.
Yep, I'm tired of seeing it on Facebook and all that, the way people put, especially a young kid. A young kid puts a nice spike up there that he killed, and somebody gives him grief because he shot a spike. Well, the kid's 12 years old.
Well, yeah, and that's, here's another thing, too. Not everybody gets 3 months to hunt.
Yeah.
Some people are working two jobs to keep paying their family's bills, and they might only get 3 or 4 days to hunt. So, they're trying to put meat on the freezer and still enjoy, the experience of going out there and filling a tag. So, and, like I said, congratulate them. And if you don't have anything positive to say, just move on.
Yeah. Scroll on to the next picture.
Yeah. They don't need to hear that. Yeah. I told you I was doing a seminar. I think I told you guys, I can't remember. I was doing a turkey seminar, and I had a kid come in and he shot a Jake, and we were at a Casey's, and the kid came in and saw my truck, and he said, "Can I show you my turkey?" And I said, "Absolutely." And I went out there, and I had this happen in an archery shop a long time ago too. But anyway, I came out there, and this couple guys were coming out there saying, "Why'd you shoot that? You should have let it gone." And I just looked at them, and I gave the kid my turkey, my box call. And I just said, "Here, that's for your first turkey. Congratulations." And the guy comes over, "You got any more of those?" And I said, "Not for you, I don't."
Right. Right.
You know, and I had that happen at an archery shop. I had a kid shoot a doe, and you know, he first deer, and you know, his kid is, you know, when you come out and see my deer, and I went out there and he's all smiles. I said, man, that's awesome. What a great shot. I mean, that's a beautiful deer. You did great. You're going to be able to get a lot of good, you know, meat off of that. And his buddies came out, oh, it's a doe. And the kids, you know, his smile when he started putting his head down and stuff. I go, here, hang on. So I went in my bag and I had a sheath knife with me, and I came out and I said, here, this is for your first deer. And his buddies, hey, can we get one of those? And I said the same thing. I don't have anything for you.
Yeah.
I said, what you did there was totally wrong. And, you know, I'm not going to reward that.
Yep.
And I go, I'm not going to listen to your show ever again. I said, that's fine. Don't hurt my feelings.
Yep. So did you get out and do any fishing this year?
I did. I went one time so far.
What'd you go? Crappies?
I
Crappies?
went crappie fishing. I caught one bass, and the crappie gave me the fin.
Oh, man.
I know.
You know what? I took your advice. I went and bought some of this.
Oh, that cooler reviver?
I'll tell you what. My cooler was starting to smell like catfish really bad.
Yeah.
And this stuff right here is unbelievable.
Man, I told you that stuff, I get more compliments. Well, it's not my company, but I talk about that stuff. I mean, people from live wells to camper refrigerators, coolers. I mean, that stuff's awesome. I love that cooler reviver.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it got the smell out of that cooler.
Yeah, that's good. I like that, boys.
Uh-oh.
Look at that.
What's in there? Ammunition.
Ammunition?
That's his lunchbox.
Or is that a battery pack?
Huh?
A battery pack.
No, man. That's where I keep all my Soldier Boy beef jerky.
Oh, boy.
That's my ammo can, man.
He hides it in there so Andrew don't get it.
Well, absolutely. I can't believe you guys don't know about that.
No.
They're a Pennsylvania company.
Are they?
Yeah, I've talked to them before. They're at a couple of the local shows around here.
Veteran-owned, super nice people. You need to introduce them to the Keystone Experience.
Well, talk to them.
Yeah, they'll be at the Mount Pleasant Glass Festival, and then I saw them a couple weeks ago. They were super busy, so I didn't stop to talk to them. They
Matt Pritzer, and when I'm hungry in the stand, I like Soldier Boy beef jerky, especially the sweet heat. Take it from me, Matt Pritzer. I can't remember Outdoors Dan's email, but I know my jerky.
Yeah, exactly. We're talking food now, not email addresses. Does it look like I miss many meals?
No, you're fine. Actually, you're good. So I did want to talk about this. You know, Matt, you and I were talking about this last year. This is have you seen the new Verge yet?
Holy trigger.
Yeah. You like that? Look at that. Have you seen that?
No, I haven't.
This is called the Verge, and I'll be honest with you. I just got this, and I wanted to try. Larry showed me about this during turkey season. I said, that thing's huge. And what it is it's basically it's kind of like a hybrid between a wrist. Well, it's a wrist sling, but it's kind of like a hybrid from a handheld, where people are using back tension, you know, to come back, like the target shooters, and that really like a handheld. But it's basically got a way when you hook this in, it automatically goes back in. But you know, normally when I shoot, I swipe my trigger with my index finger. I go to full draw, and when I get ready to shoot, I just swipe it. You know, Larry says that's called punching, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I said, well, I'm going to try this because that is one of the most unique releases I've ever seen. And I like the fact that it actually makes you concentrate on aiming when you shoot. So for on this moose hunt, I know if I get a moose coming in, I guarantee you I'm going to be shaking. You know, I don't want to take a chance of just sweeping. So when I draw this back, I actually got to split my hand, and I didn't have to change my anchor point any. But when I go to full draw, what I do is I take it over, and instead of sweeping, I've got to squeeze it.
Okay.
And they got a deal in here that when you get to where the release is going to fire, it clicks, and then you know at that time that release is ready to go. I actually took that out because I didn't want that clicking noise while I'm in a tree. If it's super, no, you know how quiet it gets out there sometimes.
Right.
But I'm telling you what, this thing here, I have really improved my aiming even more than I used to with my Ghost. Matt, you know how much I love that Ghost last year. I really, really like this Verge. And so if you're looking to switch, you guys, I would go to Chris's and try this and before you do anything else, because I'm going to tell you something. This thing's really amazing to shoot. It makes you actually sit there and keep aiming, and you just squeeze it, and it's just such a clean release. I really like it.
Did it take you long to? I know you said you just got it, but did it take you long to kind of pick up on how to properly use it, or was there a big learning curve?
No, when I first got it, well, Matt, you've been at the house, so you know I've got that 6-foot target, you know, where I paper tune in the basement, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So what I did is I went ahead and I just got a couple arrows and I put that release on, and I went to that target sitting down, and then I just drew back with my eyes closed. And when I got to my anchor point, I just started squeezing, and the bow went off, and I didn't know it. You know, it just went off when it was ready to go. And I did that for 2 or 3 times, and then I went back to my desk here. And for you, everybody, I don't know if you can see that or not, but I got a 17-yard shot. See the targets down there? Mm-hmm. I got a 17-yard shot down there. So I just did it a couple times on that big block, and then I just sat here and I'm putting them right in the X. I mean, it didn't take me long at all. I really like this thing. I just figured you'd like it, Mountain Man, because it's like your big monkey bars. You know, it's just, you know. See, you could consider that your Harley. See, you know. You know.
Yeah.
I might have to switch to that.
I know. I don't know. I can't. I like the Ghost. That's a hook too.
This is a hook too. See it?
Yep. I have to talk to Chris and see if he got him down there.
Yeah, I'm telling you, fellas, you know, you should try it if you're thinking about switching it. You're gonna like it. I'm really glad that I got one. So
let's check it out. You got any bucks picked out on your property?
No, I'm not getting a lot of buck pictures like I was last year. I mean, gosh, Matt, this time last year I was getting some really good dandies, remember? But I don't know if they're just not on the property right now, or it's been so dry and hot. I think they're staying to the north by the river, or they're over about a quarter of a mile, half a mile off the property onto the south. There's a pretty good sized pond or lake. There's like a 5-acre lake there. So I'm thinking that's where they're hanging, because it's just been so dry and hot. The bucks are all bachelor grouped up right now. So where one is, that's where you're going to find most of them. But I've seen a couple nice ones going out, putting a camera, jumping them out of their bed. But I'm not getting the trail cam pictures. Getting a lot of does, and I'm getting a lot of twins and triplets, which is nice, because that means October, November. You know, if you got the does, the bucks are going to be there, right?
Right.
So, but it's a different year, that's for sure. We had corn last year too. Now we got soybeans. So, you know, them deer, they're probably bedded up in that corn. Whether they're finding water, you know, any kind of water in those fields, they're just probably laying up in there and not moving very much.
We were over our lease property last, 2 Sundays ago?
Yeah.
And we got a creek that runs through our property, and it usually is never dry. It's always got water in it. That thing is friggin' bone dry. But what's weird is you go up by where I hunt on the property, and all the springs that are coming out of the hillside, they got water flowing out of them, and that seems to be where all the deer are at.
Yeah, they're going to be where the water and where they can get cooled off, and they're not going to be traveling. They're not going to be traveling very far. If they got food, water, and cover, Mountain Man, that's pretty much where you're going to find them right now. So I went out and put a couple mock scrapes up. I got deer hitting it. I had a couple smaller bucks hitting it, but not my shooters yet. So, and when I was at the ball game Sunday, I talked to a couple of DNR people, and they've already said that they've had a couple calls about finding deer in ponds. That I'm hoping that hemorrhagic. I'm hoping we don't get hit hard with hemorrhagic here in Iowa this year, because we got that several years ago, and it just now getting a good age class of deer back, 5-6 year olds, and that broke my heart last time. I mean, I don't want to see deer suffer and go through that anyway. But when you got 5 or 6 deer you've been kind of chasing, and they're dead, it just tears your heart out.
Yeah, we knock on wood don't have it in our area here, but it's not far from here.
You got such a beautiful, Larry and I couldn't get over how pretty it was out there where you guys are. Going out to the fairgrounds there for that outdoor show. Larry and I was there with you.
Yeah.
Man, I mean, seeing all the deer and the turkey on those hills, and I mean, I can see why you guys love hunting out there. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun and it's frustrating at the same time.
Well, you got a lot of hunters.
Yeah, and that's why people, you guys leased up all this property. Well, yeah, now we got our own chunk of property. We can manage our own deer. And me and Alex have been hunting that for 5-6 years now. And we're finally starting to get bucks in there that are nice bucks, I mean, we put a lot of money into that, and, a lot of food plots, a lot of minerals. So that stuff works if you do it,
Oh, it does. It does. Yeah, it definitely does. Hey, I learned a real quick tip, and in 33 years of bow hunting, I did not know this until I was told by the guys at Backwoods Attraction. We were doing a show the other day, and most of the time, historically, I always put my mineral out like in March and April, right after the snowfall, and even into May, I'd start getting my mineral and everything out. And I was talking to a couple biologists, and they said actually the best time for you to put mineral out is in January, because when the bucks are stopped chasing the does to breed them, they're so wore down and emaciated. They need all the mineral and protein and everything they can get to rejuvenate their bodies, to get it back, to gain that weight mass and stuff back. And they said the best thing you can do for the bucks that when the does are bred by the bucks, and those fawns are still inside the mom gestating, if that doe is hitting that mineral in January and February, that actually helps a buck fawn have its best chance of passing on and having good genetics than waiting till later in the year. And I honestly did not know that. So moving forward, I'm going to start making sure all my mineral licks and stuff are out in January. I think that was a pretty neat thing to learn.
Yeah, me and Alex have always put ours out because our muzzleloader season ends at the end of January. So we've always started like February 1st. We start putting our feed back out in our minerals.
Well, you're ahead of the game, man. Yeah, honestly, I always thought I was doing everything okay, because by August, September, the deer have already got all the antler development they're pretty much going to get and they don't hit those licks or minerals like they do in the early first part of the year.
Right.
So from now on, I mean, I'll have my rear out there first week of January getting my licks out.
When's your season start?
We start October 1st in Iowa, and then we're usually done by the 5th or 6th of January. So as soon as season's over, I'll let it wait a few days, and then I'll get out there and get those licks up.
Do you have a continuous season of archery, or is it like broke up into?
It closes when shotgun season starts in December.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like ours. Ours runs from September 15th until what, November?
Yes.
The Saturday after Thanksgiving is when our gun season starts.
As soon as second shotgun season's over, towards the end of December, then archery kicks back again until January 5th.
Okay, that's the way ours goes. Yeah. That's when our flintlock season comes in, is right after Christmas.
Yeah. You've come far, Pilgrim.
Yes, sir.
Now, you showed us a picture earlier of a raccoon over on your property.
Yeah.
You doing any sort of predator control over there?
I just ordered myself a SIG 5.56 Predator rifle. So when that thing comes in, I'm going to definitely do some, I don't trap. I mean, I appreciate the fact that you guys don't go out there and trap. I just don't have time to do it. But we definitely need to get more people out there doing predator control and trapping. I know there's no money in the pelts anymore, and it's unfortunate. But I mean, that's so critical or crucial to not only our turkey populations, that, everything. Coyotes, they kill so many fawns. A lot of folks they don't even think about, their deer fawns are getting ate.
Mm-hmm.
I understand a coyote's only doing what a coyote's doing, but they need to be managed. They're an apex predator, and they don't have any predators except for us. So if we're not out there doing, coyote hunting or trapping, then that's when bad things happen. And I honestly believe that's a big part of the turkey population decline in the Midwest. Is there's not as much predator control. The skunks, raccoons, squirrels, crows, those are all nest robbers. They eat all those eat turkey eggs. So if you got folks out there taking some skunks, taking some possums and raccoons, and doing some coyote hunting, that's only going to help that hen produce more poults out of that 10 to 12 egg clutch. Right now, according to some of the biologists that I talked to here, they're getting a 1.5 poult per clutch. That's horrible.
Yeah.
One poult surviving out of 12 or 13. That's not very good. And I know some people have a hard time doing it because they're not going to eat it. I mean, I know I got a lot of buddies that eat raccoon. I don't have a lot of friends that eat coyote. But it is what it is, and we just need to do what we can to properly manage and make sure that the balance is on the ecosystem as close as where it needs to be. It's carrying capacity. The land's only going to support so much life,
right?
And we need to help it keep that in balance.
Well, they're talking about here in Pennsylvania reintroducing the pine marten back into Pennsylvania.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
that's a stealthy little critter.
Me as a trapper,
yeah,
that's great.
It's a horrible idea.
But me as a hunter,
yeah,
I don't like the idea.
I can see you with a pine marten vest. I can see that on your Harley already.
The only time I ever got to trap pine martens was when I went up to Canada to go bear hunting, and the guide, took me out and we ran his trap line after I killed my bear.
Yeah, they're a really neat critter, man. They're stealthy.
Yeah. So yeah. I don't know. I'm kind of dreading them doing this.
Yeah, I don't know how long it's going to take them, but I really wish conservation departments would get together and, I know South Dakota. I think it was South Dakota offered like $1 bounty on coyote hides or raccoons, or it was something like that. That got people out there. They were giving free traps to kids, which I think is a great way to introduce them into trapping. And I wish more state conservation agencies were kind of doing that. And I think it would really help balance things out a little bit. So
yeah. So, what else we got there, Matt?
That's all I got, buddy. We're about running out of time here.
Oh, are we?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, Dan, we appreciate you.
Well, I appreciate you guys too.
Everything you do for us and the show and a good friendship.
Yeah.
We, I guess we got to pay bills now, huh?
We sure do, but Dan's got to tell us where everybody can find him.
Yeah, everybody got to find Dan first.
Yeah, you can always find me at the nearest hot dog stand.
Either that or eating the popcorn.
Yeah, or the popcorn. Honestly, the best way to get a hold of me is just go to theoutdoorcallradio.com. That's the website. My email's right there. You can find me on Facebook.
Perfect. Now I know where the email is.
Yeah. Yeah. You'll forget about it by the time this is over, Hank. So, and then you can also find me on the Outdoor Call Radio app, which you can find on Google Play or the Apple App Store, iTunes App Store, or on Alexa. And it's 24 hours, 7 days a week outdoor talk radio that's always free for you. So you can find me anywhere around there.
All right.
All right, here we go.
Well, let's run through these and call it an episode.
Crick archery. Find your passion and hunt it down. If Mr. DePerna's not out on the golf course chasing golf balls, he'll hook you up with some good quality archery equipment down there at Crick Archery. Stop in and see us all down there. It's that time of year. Get your strings, get your bow tuned up. Get down there as soon as you can because it's going to start getting busy.
Yes, please come down and get your strings and cables now and not wait until a day before the season starts. And we got Hillview Motors, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. Remember, Hillview has it. Go up there, see our buddy in sales, Steve Huba. Got Butch back in the body shop, certified to work on every make and model. We'll get your car put back on the road if it's been in an unfortunate accident. Detailing. It's a one-stop shop up at Hillview.
And we got Duke Traps. www.duketraps.com. Give Bill and them guys a call. They'll hook you up with all your trapping needs, and they'll even help you out getting you set up if you're a new trapper. They'll tell you exactly what you need. Give them guys a call. Tell them the guys from the Keystone Experience sent you down.
Now, Dan, our next sponsor, unfortunately, you're a little too far for us to send him out to you, but I'm sure if you had a problem with your heating and cooling, you would want to give Fetsko Heating and Cooling a call.
Always nice to see somebody that's got my interest in heart.
So Fetsko Heating and Cooling, family owned and operated for 20 plus years. They do serve the Westmoreland County area and a little bit of Allegheny, I believe. So they stay local here in Pennsylvania. They said family owned, operated. They have the knowledge to get your furnace and air conditioner back up and running, or they are an authorized Armstrong dealer and can get you a new one put in. Check them out, Fetsko Heating and Cooling on Facebook.
Dear P. Dave, Apparition Sense.
Dear Lord Dave.
It's Dear P. Dave. It'll always be Dear P. Dave. Give him a look on Facebook, Instagram. Check out his website, apparitionscent.com. All your scents for trapping, deer hunting. He's got everything. You should be putting your mock scrapes out right now, taking inventory on your deer. So check out The Undertaker. And don't do it again. I did it again last week. Nightmare. See, I always forget the second one. Nightmare. For some reason. I don't know why. But give Dear P. Dave a holler. Apparitionscent.com.
And next sponsor is yours too, buddy. It's your 18th job.
Yeah, it's my deer hunting job during deer season when I'm out there chopping up your deer that you guys harvest. Stop out and see us out at Dominick's Butchery. We'll do everything to make your deer ready for the table. We make deer bologna. We cut it up any way you want to cut, freezer wrapped, vacuum packed, whatever you want. Stop out and see us out at Dominick's Butchery.
And the last sponsor is Chico Outdoors. You can find them on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Chico Outdoors. It's a nonprofit organization that promotes recreational activities for the outdoors with veterans and youth. Every year they have the annual Outdoor Expo up at the Westmoreland Fairgrounds.
We got to spend the weekend with Mr. Dan.
Yep.
And Larry Mack.
Oh, yeah, Larry Mack was here, tearing it up.
Chico Outdoors, like I said, nonprofit organization that everything stays local. That's another great thing about them. Their donations, anything that they raise, go to youth programs in the community, including fishing derbies, sports team, and other youth outdoor activities.
And head over to your Apple or Google store and look up the Outdoor Call Radio app. Download it 24/7. 365 days a year, hunting and fishing content. Every podcast is on there, cooking, fishing, hunting. We're there. Give it a download, give it a listen. Trust me, guaranteed you're going to love it when you listen to it.
So we're going to wrap this episode up. Don't forget to follow us on the Keystone Experience, Facebook, Instagram. Rob's still got the TikTok rolling. And we thank you again, Dan, for taking a little bit of time.
You forgot YouTube?
Oh, yeah. Well,
YouTube, subscribe, like, make sure you comment. The comment stuff and the liking stuff, that gets us out there, gets us more subscribers. Jesus, Dan, I can't work like this.
How many subscribers you got right now?
I believe I checked it today, and we're up to 40.
Okay, so here's what's going to happen. If you guys can get up to 250 subscribers, you can personally come live on the Keystone Experience and shave Mountain Man's beard.
Holy!
I think we need more than 250 for that.
You can do it 250. That's nothing. Go get your friends and you look at that. Look at that mountain of hair over there. You just love to just shave that off right live on the air. You can do it. First 250 people right here on the Keystone Experience.
Yeah, don't listen to that. So, hey, Dan, we appreciate you being on again, buddy. And
no problem. Love you guys, and thank you for everything. And can't wait to see you guys again.
anything you need, give us a holler.
All right, you guys be good. And thanks for having me.
All right, we appreciate it.
Yeah.
See you, buddy.